Well, what's up, good people and Eagle fans? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope everybody's having a great day. It is Monday. We got Monday Night Football, and we'll be live streaming for the game tonight. Probably open up the chat. Seems like you guys enjoy chatting. For if you're a channel member, look in the community tab so that way you can get the link. I'm over working on this guest suite, and it's coming along really good, hanging drywall and stuff, putting in the vents for the microwave that'll vent outside and stuff. And probably work for about another hour and a half or so and call it a day, at least over there. But our offense, man, it is kicking ass and taking names. This is insane that right now we've got 5 games in, okay? This is the power of 5. So George Pickens, in 5 games, has 5 touchdowns. Remarkably enough, this is 5 touchdowns, ties the best season that he's had in his career. Feel free to say, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. All right. More of this 5 is Javonte Williams. I believe, is this Javonte Williams' 5th year? This might be his. He had his rookie year that was really good. His second year, he ended up tearing his ACL, and then he had this is year number 5 for him. That's another 5 I didn't even think about. He right now has 5 touchdowns as well in 5 games in his 5th season. Oh shit, oh shit. Also tying his career high in touchdowns in a season. That's freaking insane. On top of that, he's not the 5th leading rusher. No. That would be too much of a coincidence. He's the number 2 leading rusher right now, right? Now here's the funniest thing that I hear at this moment is Cowboy fans, okay, so we are minus 4 offensive linemen. Our kick returner, who's an all-pro. Our wide receiver, who's a all-pro, I believe, too. Okay? We're mixing 6 guys up for offense. And we go on the road in a must-win situation for the Jets. And we win, and everybody just says, well, it's just the Jets. It's just the Jets. Okay. All right. Well, here's where it gets to be interesting, because the Cowboys, amazing how things changed in 1 year. Last year, we were all like, we need some help at wide receiver. We need some help at wide receiver. We ain't got no receivers other than CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb got hurt shoulder. Played most of the season injured. We need wide receivers. And we let Brandon Cooks go. I don't know how Brandon Cooks is doing right now, but I'm sure he's not doing as good as the Cowboys. So here's where it's interesting is every week we've had somebody else just break out. Of course, CeeDee Lamb, he's been broken out. Then CeeDee Lamb goes out. We have George Pickens break out. Now we got Ryan Fenoy break out. So you got 3 guys there. So now, here's where it's crazy. When CeeDee Lamb comes back, your number 1, of course, is CeeDee Lamb. Your number 2, of course, or 1B, is George Pickens. I'm thinking, and maybe I'm wrong, but Ryan Fenoy should be your number 3. And you got to add into that mix when Kayvon Turpin gets back too, because he's kind of like your 3rd, 4th guy, right? Right? So now you have Jonathan Mingo, who's coming off of IR, right? And you got Jalen Tolbert. Jalen Tolbert and Jonathan Mingo are really, way down the roster right now. They could, in fact, be tradable guys. They could become trade bait. Right now, you've got a great receiving core, and quite frankly, with the way Dak Prescott is slinging the rock, I don't know if it matters who's out there. And so maybe you look at this and say, I mean, I'm not expecting you to get a whole lot for Jalen Tolbert or Jonathan Mingo, although we did give up a 4 for Jonathan Mingo. But you got some teams out there right now that are wide receiver needy. Maybe you get a 6th or a 7th round pick for these guys. Maybe you can trade a defensive player for one of these guys. And that's what you got to start looking at now. Right now, we got a plethora of guys. And possibly, and I don't necessarily want to say we should do this, but when you start looking at this and you start saying, we're going to get back Tyler Booker, we're going to get back Tyler Smith, we're going to get back Tyler Guyton, we're going to get back Cooper Beebe. As you start looking at these guys across the board, the backups, believe me, I love depth, okay? I don't necessarily think we should. But you could look at this and say, if everybody else gets back and is healthy, it's possible that we could trade one of these guys. Am I crazy? Because there's going to be teams out here that are losing players left and right, and all of a sudden their cupboard's bare. We got 4 guys that stepped in as backups and didn't give up a sack. Did not give up a sack. You're telling me that some of these guys would not be guys that somebody else would want to look at? And as far as wide receiver goes, there's not enough balls to go around and not enough roster spots to even put these guys on the active roster. Jalen Tolbert, I don't believe, had a catch at all yesterday when everybody was getting catches yesterday. And don't get me wrong, I love Jalen Tolbert. I do. I've been wanting Jalen Tolbert to be the guy since we traded Amari Cooper. But here's where you look at it and say, if I can trade Jalen Tolbert and get anything, 7th round, 6th round player, you're probably not looking to sign Jalen Tolbert to an extension at the end of the season, in which case he's a free agent and is going to go. See, this is one of those things that typically, as much as people didn't like the Micah Parsons trade, typically we sign these guys and we play them until they have no more value and let them go. If we can get something for one of these guys that are going to be expendable, you're ahead of the game. So definitely, you need to look at this. Phew. Alrighty, good people. Yeah, it's almost 5 o'clock. And it's been a good day. Been kind of quiet. Eagle fans haven't been talking a whole lot of shit today, so there's that. I'll be honest with you, I kind of miss it. I kind of miss not hearing from them bloviating. I think they're actually a little bit worried because I'm not sure they're the same team that they were last year. Peace out.